Dear learners, welcome to this video session on Introduction to Multimedia. In this video, you will able to know what is multimedia, discuss the uses of multimedia, discuss the advantage of using multimedia and discuss the disadvantage of using multimedia and to know the basic elements of multimedia. We will discuss one by one. So, what is multimedia? Multimedia means that computer information can be represented through audio, video and animation in addition to the traditional media, that is text, graphics, drawing and images. As you come across with the text material where we use the book as a text material, reading material and reference material, all the material are traditionally we use as a text based material. After the text, some text material or content, we use the graphics in addition to the text to represent some information using the graphic material, or we use some graphs, we use some diagrams, we use some drawings, we use some pictures or photograph to enrich the text material. So, basically in traditionally we use only text material in the print based material. When coming to the multimedia, when we are using the computer as a base where the information are floating through the computer, that time we can use the multimedia to enrich the text. By how we can enrich the text? Using the audio or video, some animation and along with the text material, along with the images or graphics. So, how to incorporate the or otherwise how to integrate these components, that is audio, video, animation and graphics, which all the components including the multimedia components. So, the multimedia means basically it is based on the computer information. That computer information we can represent using these components so that the viewer can easily capture the content and then easily learn the content or easily observe the content for their own uses. Coming to the next definition, we can again we can go into the what is multimedia. The multimedia is a field concerned with the computer controlled integration of text, graphics, drawing, still and moving images. That is, still and moving images we used to call as a video, and animation where we cannot able to capture as a video or audio, the animation can be used, and the audio program also. If we cannot integrate all the component, we can integrate minimum two along with the text. For example, you can use the multimedia component using text and graphics or text and movie or text and audio or simply audio. Like that we can integrate some of the media and the information can be represented and stored and transmitted and processed digitally. So, that is very important because we are going to process the content digitally so that digital content can be transmitted through the website or through storing into the CD-ROM or storing into the pen drive. Earlier days we used to have a floppy disk. So, similarly we can transfer the material and distribute it to the users. So, user can be any person or anybody in a group or anybody who can access the content. So, some of the content you can put it in the website where the student can access the website, or the user can, whoever want to access the website, they can access the content. That is very important because only the text static material cannot attract the users. So, in order to give the attractive data, or otherwise in order to give the very accessible data, we can use the multimedia for disseminating the data or disseminating the content via either website or through the storage component. For example, nowadays, so many for students or otherwise for the university or the institution, what they are doing is they used to float the content through their website. In the website, the student can access the content and also they can use the video component or audio component. For example, if any new student, I will take a student as an example here, because since you all are listening to this video as a student and as a learner. So, if you want to access our material through website, for example, to register any program or any courses, what you used to do is you used to visit the website. For example, IGNOU as a IGNOU website. If you are going into that website and then you will see the registration information. If along with the text material, if any video is there, how to register the program. For that, the video can be used, help the student to follow the procedure. So, that will be easily listening and seeing the content. That is the very important, that helps the student to understand easily, and the capturing, not only the reading the material, they can easily watch the video to understand the concept. So, in this way we can integrate the component to make the multimedia for effective use of the content. And next, also very simple definition is that multimedia is a media, because we are using the media as an output phase. So, the media that use multiple form of information. So, what is multiple form? We already discussed that multiple forms are audio, video, animation and the graphics, or otherwise also navigation and interactivity. That is also there. I will explain what is navigation and interactivity also in this video. So, multiple form of information or content and information processing. That means, if you are giving the multiple information, the content that will be processed and the the content will be delivered to the user. Let me explain what are the uses of the multimedia. The multimedia finds its application in various areas, including advertisement, arts, education, entertainment, engineering, medicine, mathematics, business, statistic researches. See, these are the major fields where multimedia can be used to utilize the content or to help the viewers or help the users to capture the information very easily. For example, advertisement. You come across many advertisement. The advertisement are not only the text, you will find some of the text flowing from here and there, that is the animation, text animation. Along with the text, you will find some videos. Along with the video, you will find audio, because we are listening to that video, and along with that you will find some of the graphics. So, combination of all the component will give you the perfect or effective advertisement, so that the customer can be attracted by using this type of multimedia content. So, that is main important, where the advertisement people are using multimedia content only, and the multimedia content help the customers to understand the content or understand the product very easily, and they can going for the purchasing or the selling, everything will be happen based on the advertisement. So, majority, if you can watch the TV advertisement or otherwise also the educational advertisement and everything, they will have a very colorful and multiple form of component using to produce the multimedia component for the advertisement. Similarly, arts, if you are going for the artwork or otherwise if you are going for any art based thing, then there you will have a enriched drawing or images where you can use the very clear picture and drawing, which will help the art based field to enhance their work or enhance their content or enhance their work to disseminate the artwork. Similarly, education. So, education not only for the attracting the student to get enrolled in that particular program or any particular university or particular institution, but education nowadays you know that nowadays online program are coming on, online courses are coming on, because due to nowadays due to the pandemic all the institution are moving towards the online education. So, online education basically based on the multimedia component. For example, in this video also you will find many graphics, many video is also there, audio is also there. So, the combination of all the component help the learners to learn the content very easily. So, learning the content not only for the surface learning, it will help the multimedia content help the learners to learn very deeply. So, the designing of the multimedia packages is very important while using the educational content. So, when you are going for the online education or any multimedia based education, then the designing part is very important. How to design the multimedia content or multimedia packages is very important. We will explain in the coming videos how to design the multimedia components and multimedia packages also. So, coming to the entertainment. So, entertainment, when you are seeing the entertainment nowadays, online games are available or gaming is very important. Multimedia is very important for gamings. So, many online games or computer based games are available, so that nowadays virtual environment also coming in. So, the user, the whoever playing with that using computer can enjoy the real environment, and they can use that component that's using the computer for gaming purpose also for the entertainment. That for example, the entertainment apart from the gaming, you will see that TV programs and also the any other entertainment units, they have created many videos or many animations using the multimedia component. And coming to the engineering part, when you are coming for engineering side, that multimedia is used very much in the engineering field also. For example, if you are going for the mechanical engineering or otherwise if you are going for the civil engineering, so people use the multimedia component to construct. They will simulate the construction and they show to the customer that look, this type of construction will be happen, that miniature and everything will be created using multimedia, so that the customer who want to purchase or construct their own home or flat, they will come to know that they can visualize how my house will be there. Not only for the construction, nowadays engineering interior decoration also using the multimedia to create their interior decoration using for their own home. Similarly, the mechanical side, they create the engineering parts, and also for example, if you are going for the army kind, they can design the engines, they can show to the engine, and for that they will use in the real execution will be happen. So, multimedia helps the engineering people to create the real or animated or simulation type of work which help them for their career or for their field. Similarly, medicine. Medicine is a very important field nowadays, coming with that. Medicine engineering is also coming using multimedia, and image processing, which is very much important nowadays. Image processing, where we use that the kind of the disease they can identify using the image processing, and also they use the medicine kind of thing. They are using the artificial intelligence intelligent kind of component to insert in that field, in their field, and then they can use to detect the diseases and all. And similarly mathematics, they can use the visualize the component, or and nowadays they are using the virtual kind of lab where to use the execute or the mathematical component also. So business field also using multimedia, and also scientific research also using the multimedia component for to facilitate the customer and facilitate their work using the multimedia components. And other use, as I said, in education, multimedia can be used as a source of information. So that is very important, because why we are going into the multimedia component, because that will be help them to use as a source of information, where you can give them more information related to the one component. Student can search encyclopedia such as Encarta, which help the fact and variety of different topic using multimedia presentation. For example, when you are explaining the history component, history subject to the students, they may not able to visualize the history component, because the currently that part will not be available for physical view. If they want to view the component, that they cannot be able, they have to imagine the history subject. For that, if you can prepare a multimedia component, that will help them to visualize the content, and the learning will be happening very much easily. And because the learning, if they have learned deeply, that will be remain in their metacognitism. So similarly, for example, if we are using if you want to explain the science subject, for example, if you want to explain the growth of plant or the photosynthesis of plant, then how you will do it? We cannot see the photosynthesis happening in the plant, because that will happen. We need a microscopic and the equipments to view the photosynthesis. But if you want to explain the photosynthesis using multimedia, then the student can easily visualize the component, what the requirement is. If you want to show that the roots are taking the water from the soil, then easily you can design the component using animation, and you can explain the photosynthesis using multimedia. And also teacher can use the multimedia presentation to make the lesson more interesting and also interactive by using animation, or highlights the important points, and also you can demonstrate some of the component which I explained to you how to do the photosynthesis. Similarly, if you want to explain the flow of blood in the vessel, that we cannot explain to the student by in the laboratory also, and also in the image or the drawing, that cannot be explained to the student. But if you can prepare an animation type of multimedia for explaining the flow of blood in the vessel, then that help the student to easily view the how the concept is carry on, how the blood is flowing through the vessel, and everything we can capture through prepare through the animation, and we can explain to the student, which will help the student to retain the concept in their memory. Next usage is multimedia presentation can also help it easy for the student to read the text rather than trying to read as a teacher writing on the board. So if the teacher explaining in the board or by writing their own handwriting, that may not be suited for all the student. But if it is the text based material written in the computer or in the writing form with a different type of font, then student can easily capture the content. So even though if you are only using the text based content, we can change the font size or font type so that the learner can easily view the content very easily. They can read the content also. That program which show the picture and content, the children can read a story which can help them to learn, or they can read it by using the multimedia presentation. For example, nowadays for the children, for the young children, there are many stories coming with the multimedia packages. So the student can easily understand, view the component and very easily. Similarly, cartoon type of movies and cartoon type of TV serials or help the learners or help the young people to understand the concept very easily by using the multimedia. And for example, if you are, as I already explained, that how the multimedia is used in the advertising and selling the product on internet. Nowadays online shopping are very much coming in nowadays. Using this during this pandemic also, people are going for the online shopping, online purchasing the whatever they want to buy for the household goods or otherwise also for their own use. So if you are going for any online shopping portal or website, for example, if you are taking as Amazon as a online shopping place, you can find some of the all the component they are putting in they are storing or uploading the images with you can view with the different page, front and back and side and everywhere. You can rotate it and then you can see the product, and if it is suited to you, then you can buy the particular product. These are the capturing the information using different type of component or different format, help the learner, help the user for their own purpose. So this multimedia will solve the purpose for the customer as well as the user. Right now also they are using CD-ROM as a place where the content will be loaded into the CD-ROM and that will be distributed to the learners for their own learning. This can be repeated any time for their own suitable time or place or pace. They can read the content using CD-ROM. So content preparation, storing into the CD-ROM and distributing to the student will facilitate the institution as well as the teacher as well as the learners. That will help the learners to learn the content very easily. If they are attending the classroom situation, the teacher teach once. The student has to grasp all the material. They have to be very attentive what teacher is telling and all. So when you are giving to the CD-ROM for their own reading purpose or learning purpose, so whenever they want, they can pause it, they can rewind it, they can use that one, they can repeat the content as many as they want, and that will be remaining to them forever. The content is with them whenever they required, even one or two after completing the course or after completing the 2-3 years, they can rewind or they can go back and they can listen using this type of CD-ROM or otherwise this type of multimedia content. So another benefit is that if any company have to pay the additional expensive of the employee attending a course away from the workplace, that can also using. See, for example, not only for the educational purpose, that multimedia component can also used for training purpose. So any newcomers or any new employee coming into the company, they can simply give the CD-ROM or information or the website to go through the content of the particular company. So no need to explain or to the employee each and every department. They can easily understand through the website or through the CD-ROM where the multimedia content is stored in that one. That will be solve the many purpose. For example, one, the employee can read the content at their own place or their own pace. Secondly, the one content can be distributed to the many employees, so that all the employee can be utilize the same content, only the content which is prepared for them. If it is the training, it's a face to face training or otherwise traditional training, whenever the employee join, every time the company or the authority has to explain to the employees. This type of content will facilitate the employers that they cannot able to hire the trainers, or otherwise they cannot able to they can save the money for hiring the trainers as well. So next, the people using the internet for wide range of reasons, including shopping and finding about their hobbies, everything will be happening through the internet. Content is available on the internet will help them to do what they want to do. So that is there, because so developing the content is very important. Internet has many multimedia element embedded in the web pages, and the web browsers support variety of multimedia formats. That is very important. We will come to know that how the hardware components support for the multimedia components. Then many computer games are used, the soundtracks, 3D graphics and video clips. So 3D graphics will nowadays coming up with not only for the gaming purpose, but also for the learning purpose also, and also for the shopping and all. You will come across the web 2.0 or web 3.0, where you know that some of the components are available in 2D graphics and also 3D graphics. The 3D graphics helps them to visualize the entire product, what it will come to you or how it will be delivered to you. So this type of components will help the user or viewers to know the content very effectively, and we will come to that. As I explained that computer based training, teacher can explain or the trainer can explain the content and using variety of the multimedia component. For example, you can go with the audio only, they can listen and then they can understand the content. Some they watch the videos and some can be read the material. So why we need the multimedia, just we have explained earlier also, that is that we in the traditional system, the teacher explained the content to the viewers or student in the traditional manner. That means all the listener have received the same content. But when you are using for the multimedia component, you can facilitate the learners or viewers learning style. So another usage is that the multimedia component can be used for reference material, and also which I have already explained that it can be used for entertainment, and the simulation, which is very important, that simulation can be used for the learning purpose, and also virtual reality. Nowadays the educational system also including the virtual reality for learning the content, and virtual surgery, we have explained that how medical field are using the multimedia component for their use, and also information chaos, which is helpful for the student as well as the viewer who can collect the information for their own purpose. And let us discuss about the advantage of using multimedia. It is very user friendly. It does not take much energy out of the user. They can simply sit and watch the presentation, and then they can read the content and hear the audio, also view the video, and all are the important for them. Very easy access to the multimedia component, and also multi-sensorial, because this will help them to sense the using multimedia, that is hearing, seeing, talking and everything will be there in the multimedia component. and it will help the wide range of audience ranging from one person to the whole group. So one multimedia package can help one person as well as the many person for that using the component. And as we already discussed about the multimedia benefit for the learners as well as the teacher, how the learner can learn the content using multimedia, and also how the teacher can help the student using to teach the content using the multimedia with using the interactivity and also the using the challenging content very easily using the multimedia. And we will come to discuss the disadvantage of using multimedia. Sometimes the multimedia component have overloaded information, that will create the problem because overloading information also will create a problem to the viewers. And also it will be taking the time to compile all the component, because you have to do that audio component separately, video component separately, animation separately, text separately, and everything is put together and making as a multimedia. It will take the time to compile and making as a one multimedia package. And it is expensive, as you know that the capturing video, audio component and also animation will have a lot of cost, which lead to the large amount of money. And also we need a skilled person to record or do the animation process on the multimedia. Creation will take a cost, and that will be expensive to the. And also not only the cost for the resources, but also for the software and all will be having the much large number of amount of money will be involving to develop a multimedia component. How to, before developing this, you have to analyze this, otherwise this will be unpractical for using the multimedia component. Also it is required high-end computers, and also you need a sound, image and animation for type of component you need, and also you need a skilled person for to record the multimedia. Then we will come to the summary, where you can we will explain what we have learnt in this video. In this video we learnt what is multimedia. So multimedia is concerned with the computer controlled integration of text, graphic, drawing, still and moving images, animation and audio and any other media where every type of information can be represented, stored, transmitted and processed digitally. And multimedia finds its application in various areas including advertisement, education, entertainment and business and etc. And there are some advantages are there, and it is a very user friendly and multisensorial. It can be used for wide range of audience. And some of the advantages are there, that is information are overloaded and it takes time to compile, and it is expensive, and too much of multimedia elements make it unpractical. And thank you.